Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. We are happy to bring you a pair of videos today, as we haven't been releasing as many in the recent weeks, but hey, we aim to change that and get back to production here, still give you the live stream, still give you all the fun. Let's get down to business, shall we? Today, James Gunn says he will spend less time addressing DC rumors after repeatedly contradicting himself. Of course he would. We see James Gunn in his mustard yellow, flanked by Ketchup Palm Clementif and Karen Gillan. DC Studios CEO James Gunn recently took to social media to claim he will spend less time addressing a number of DC rumors after he was caught repeatedly contradicting himself and, at least on one occasion, outright lying. What a surprise. I'm so torn because I loved Guardians 1. Guardians 2 was a lot of fun. Guardians 3, I did enjoy parts of it. I mean, overall, I enjoyed the film. It wasn't terrible or anything. And I've seen terrible. This wasn't horrible. The soundtrack did leave a little bit to be desired, but maybe I'm kind of in the school of thought that it was rights issues that prevented him from using some of the music that he wanted to use in this one, because the selection overall just did not stand up well next to the previous two soundtracks. Gunn wrote on Twitter, "I'm getting barraged with bullshit DC rumors this morning. I'll just reiterate the general rule not to believe anything unless it comes from me or Peter. But unless it's especially egregious, I'm going to slow down on calling shit out. Sorry, I know, it's one of my favorite traditions," says Gunn. Well, did anybody call you out on your Oh yeah, they did call you out on your tweets and you got fired, went over to DC, then back to Marvel after Disney rehired you, then what do you know, you're back to DC again. For the record, personally, I think James Gunn is a garbage tier human being. I don't like him. I don't have any respect for him. I don't think he's a good person. I think he's a very twisted, just another Hollywood weirdo, basically. I have to keep it PG here for YouTube, even though I'm demonetized. He then listed 3 reasons for doing so, and that's, of course, backing off of calling out the bullshit on Twitter. There are 3 reasons for doing this. 1, some people are making up lies to get attention from me or to get clicks, and I don't want to encourage that. 2, I've read 100 rumors this morning. One of them is half true, so I don't want to be used as a way for people to throw nonsense at the wall until something sticks. Number 3, I'm storyboarding Superman Legacy and don't have time. He concluded, have a great day.
Ah, fuck you!
It's not a bad thing not to constantly go after fans on Twitter. I mean, as he calls it, calling out bullshit. But, I mean, let's be honest, Hollywood and especially Disney directors have a habit of attacking fans. Rian Johnson, we're looking right at you, you shitbag. The statement comes after Gunn has made multiple contradictory comments regarding the interconnectivity of his planned DC universe, how The Flash affects the future of the DCU going forward, his firing of Henry Cavill from the role of Superman, and Ben Affleck's desire to direct a project under Gunn's leadership. At the end of January, Gunn announced his DCU slate titled Gods and Monsters and detailed that the Flash movie would reset the entire DC universe, which he did. He said, first we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been kind of off in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DCU universe. I mean, at this point, that's the only way you could really go, is resetting the whole thing. You can't sit back and just say, well, we're going to selectively do this and selectively do that. And, oh, well, you still got Aquaman 2 coming out. Then you have all the big rumors about Jason Momoa getting the role of a lifetime, his dream role, which we know is to play Lobo. So we have him playing Aquaman this December. 7 months from now, that movie will debut to I'm sure, what is akin to and very low box office returns, comparatively speaking to the first one, which quietly made $1 billion. It seems like that movie came out forever ago, because it did. And this one, with everything that happened with Amber Heard, nobody cares about her. Jason Momoa is already looking forward to Lobo and other projects, I'm sure. So this movie is going to be an afterthought. It's not going to make money. It'll probably lose them money, much like Shazam and Black Adam did, and what I'm sure Blue Beetle will do, probably lose money. As sad as that is, because I was really looking forward to that one until the trailer.
It's like Batman stuff.
Batman's a fascist. Why did you say that name?
Okay, so let's get back to this article here. However, Gunn would quickly walk back that writing on Instagram that he's not resetting the entire DC universe, rather, Flash resets many things. Some characters remain the same, some do not. And a Instagram user, that's the question, he says, James, I'm seriously confused. How is Viola Davis still playing Amanda Waller? Aren't you rebooting the DCEU 100%? That includes Peacemaker, the whole Suicide Squad, and the Snyderverse. Like you said, Robert Pattinson's Batman and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is Elseworld's story. And then Gunn says, nope, Flash resets many things, not all things. Some characters remain the same, some do not. Which is absolutely hilarious, considering he said it resets the entire DC universe.
Liar!
I mean, we could scroll back up in the article and we can find the quote. Not only did Gunn claim the Flash would reset the entire DC universe in his Gods and Monsters announcement, but he also indicated that his vision for the DCU includes interconnectivity between movies, television, animation, and video games. I am not a proponent of this. I think this is a horrible idea. You have enough issues because you're bringing in different writers and directors. The problem being you have different writers trying to connect to other people's connectivity, and it doesn't sync up a lot of the times, and that's where things become a muddled mess, i.e. look at Marvel now because of all the stupid decisions they made. He explained, so as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. Okay, so right there, his statement, everything's going to be tied together, everything's interconnected, right? That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story, he asserted. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DC continuity. Okay, now here's where Gunn's statements get kind of muddled. However, while responding to a user asking if he would be able to follow the DCU storytelling without playing any video games, Gunn definitively answered yes. How is that possible when you said the entire story needs to be connected? That's contradicting yourself right there.
It's not a lie, if you believe it.
For those of us DC fans who don't play video games, will we still be able to follow the storytelling of the DCU via just the films and shows only? Please let me know, James. Gunn responded saying, yes.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
If the DCU was really going to be interconnected with films, television, animation, and video games, then the stories being told in the video games would affect those on film, television, and animation. Thus, you would not be able to follow the storytelling through just the films and the TV shows, because there you're leaving out two components of a four-pronged approach of an interconnected story. See, you can't take two legs off a table and expect that bitch to stand. It doesn't work.
Nope.
As for Henry Cavill, Gunn told a number of stories about why the actor is no longer playing Superman. First, he indicated it was because Cavill was too old at the age of 39.
Sure, Dan.
He wrote on Twitter in December, in the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill.
Boo this man!
The guy is marketable, and you just threw him away haphazardly. Gunn then made it clear Cavill's age was the reason he didn't want him to reprise the role of Superman. He wrote, as I said yesterday, it is very simple. He's a different age. However, while responding to a rumor that he was looking for actors in their 20s for Superman, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen, Gunn noted he was not limiting it to individuals in their 20s, which means he's willing to cast a teenager as Superman, or he was looking at people in their 30s like Cavill. Gunn tweeted, untrue. We haven't begun casting other than making lists, and it's not limited to people in their 20s. So he's contradicting himself. Again, ladies and gentlemen, again.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Gunn would abandon the entire age reason in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, telling the outlet, we didn't fire Henry. Henry was never cast. For me, it's about who do I want to cast as Superman and who do the filmmakers we have want to cast. And for me, this story it isn't Henry. The CEO added, I like Henry. I think he's a great guy. I think he's getting dicked around by a lot of people, including the former regime at this company. But this Superman is not Henry for a number of reasons. Well, he doesn't want to use him because he was under Zack Snyder, which is very odd considering he wants to keep Ezra Miller on, and he wants to keep Viola Davis on, and he wants to keep, Zachary Levi on.
Yada, yada, yada.
Gunn also claimed that Ben Affleck was interested in directing a film for the DCU slate. He tweeted back in December, met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. You ready for another contradiction? However, Affleck told The Hollywood Reporter he has no desire to work with Gunn. He said, I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. Affleck explained why. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy. Sure, he's going to do a great job. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way they're doing that. I'm not interested in that.
I know what you did. You're a damn pedigree. All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn campaign.
James Gunn is contradicting himself left and right across the board. We illustrated the points based on the article. I gave you my thoughts on it. And we're going to just say that this guy on Twitter doesn't have a great track record, doesn't have a great history. James Gunn is living in a glass house. He really shouldn't throw stones considering his past track record on Twitter. And, him calling out bullshit is shooting down fan theories. Every now and then if a director opines in a fan thread and adds something fun or throws them a bone about something, all right, this guy's a studio head, absolutely, he can do that. But I don't know. I just think that he's not a good person. I really don't. I really don't think he's a good person. Does he have good musical taste for the most part? Absolutely. I just don't agree with all the weirdness that is in his background. I think it's disgusting, and that's why I don't like him as a person. Don't think Disney ever should have rehired him. I understand second chances and blah, blah, blah. But, with all the weirdness coming out of Hollywood now, and somebody has these kind of things in his past, it just begs the question, why are you so quick to hire him for a family company that makes family entertainment? Why are you so quick to do that? Is it because you really like him, or is it because everybody in Hollywood is pretty much like that, and you just think you pick the lesser of the evils, the devil in a manner of speaking? But what do you guys think? Do you think Gunn is completely ridiculous with all his contradictions, and then him saying he's calling out bullshit while he's, kind of giving out bullshit? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined to do so. That's it, gang. I'm out. Do all the other YouTube things. I'm Itepo Kui, and from the Place to Be Reviews, I've been here with all these. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all.
This doesn't bode well.
You're lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
It's a waste of good suffering.